Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 29 of My Mom Sandy. We are your hosts. I am Josh Fasten, and the woman next to me delayed the live podcast back in December so that we could do it in February, and then we did it in February, and it was an absolute bust. This is My Mom Sandy.
Again, too long of an introduction. You have to minimize those. You just say something like, my mom Sandy fucked up our live episode back in December. So.
I thought you were going to say, my mom Sandy fucked up our lives.
She did.
Yeah. So do you want to catch everyone up to speed on what just happened?
Yeah,
So today,
we just did a live episode.
So today's Sunday.
Anybody hear it?
Today's Sunday, February 16th.
All day.
The time right now is 8:52. We have spent all week planning to do this live episode for everyone at 8 p.m. tonight. And we did it. We went on. And nobody listened.
And all I have to say is, where the fuck is my cousin Brian?
Yeah. My cousin Brian, you got some splaining to do. Okay? This is not going to be this. At the family reunion next year, you're in deep shit. So...
Well, and on top of that, we still don't know what he does for a living.
Yeah,
That's
not a clue.
I'm dying to know.
Not a clue what you do for a living. A,
Anyway.
B, where are you?
But you're not the only one. Nobody else listened to you.
You better have had some shit.
Actually, we had one person listen, and then we had some, what do they call them? Trolls. Trollings.
Like, and let me just say, like, what a horrible, like, we had some kid, I didn't even want to get into it, but we had like some kid who was like, oh yeah, you guys aren't going to get very far with your dumb swear words.
Dumb.
I'm like, well, you're not going to get anywhere with your
strong,
dumb comment.
Isn't that a strong word?
But it's like,
dumb.
you know, but like our whole thing was like, if you don't like if you don't like what we're doing, don't listen to our fucking podcast.
You don't have to say, oh, I don't like you. You're not going to get far.
And you know what? Guess what? I'm not gonna even give him recognition. I guarantee that we're further along than your dumb, stupid podcast. If you have one, stupid dumb head, dumb person, plural dumb by.
You sound like a spoiled little child.
Yeah, because I was like, what a stupid, dumb thing to do. Well, you're not gonna get very far with your dumb swear words. Oh, okay, how many other people say fuck?
Nobody says that word.
And thank you. Let me just shoot me the link to your podcast so I can listen.
I don't know. Does everybody know what you're talking about?
I just said it. We did our live podcast, and what ended up happening
we had a little troll.
Was these people came into the room to like, I don't know. I mean, just like troll the podcast, like just say shit, and it was just like, well, this is not fun. This is not a good time. So, and I just said, one of them said, like, you were cracking up about something, and I was like, oh, we love when my mom Sandy cracks up, and he was like, I don't like you cracking up. And I was like, I don't like you. Get out of our live room, idiot,
really?
Stupid dummy.
We didn't ask for your opinion, motherfucker.
So that wasn't him. But it was like so dumb.
No.
That was another one.
Oh.
And then we had like another person come in named Crazy Motherfucker, which I'm like, oh yeah, I really want to talk to you on air.
Yeah.
Shoot me some questions.
Really?
Dumb. Anyway.
Well, good thing. We're never doing another live
we're not
episode.
never going to have another live episode. So thanks, everyone. Snooze You Lose.
That's right.
Episode 29.
Nobody will ever know. This is actually episode 30 right now.
No, this is episode 29.
29.5.
That's going to confuse people, so we're just going to say it's 29.
Oh.
We had 28. We had the live episode, which no one's going to ever hear, so it's like it didn't exist. It's like
That's
if a tree
true.
falls in a forest and no one's there around to see or hear the tree.
The only problem
tree fall.
is that you and I spent, 30-something minutes on the
32 minutes
on the podcast.
Yeah. So
waiting for people.
So again, hey, so thank you, everyone. I now know how you guys like to get your podcasts. You like to listen to them at your own leisure every Tuesday when we upload it.
I don't blame you guys.
No, I'm not. I don't blame anyone at all. I think had we done this back in December for the holidays, it would have been really fun and exciting, but we didn't.
Well, we knew at the time too that there was some people that were interested in calling in that were lined up to. I mean, they said they were going to call in. Those people this time around were out of town.
I could have pretended to be them.
And on top of that, they're on East Coast time, so it's 11 o'clock there at 8 o'clock.
And don't act like you guys aren't up.
Really, we know you're out drinking.
We know you're
You're
awake.
out drinking,
Jenny,
having a good time.
Jenny, we know you're up.
Jenny, come on, Jen.
Bold-faced liar. So dumb. With your dumb trip to Florida.
Josh's new word is dumb.
Hey,
dumb.
dumb you.
It's awfully strong.
Stupid dumber.
Dumb, and dumber.
All right, so I wanted to get into a couple things. First and foremost, Jenny, I just said some bad things about you, Jenny. We don't hate you. You're great. I hope that you're having a great time.
As a matter of fact, we answered your questions.
We answered your questions on the live
podcast.
But since no one's gonna ever hear that, we'll answer your questions again on actual episode 29. And we don't hate you. We hope that you're having a great time in Florida.
But we do know you're up.
We do know you're awake.
Yeah,
we can see you
at 11 o'clock. Yeah. On Sunday night. Tomorrow's a holiday.
Yeah.
Yep, you're up.
Yeah, you're up.
You're up, honey.
All right, so let's run that down really quickly. This episode is not going to be this ginormously long episode, but we'll touch on some things.
Only because we've already done this before.
We've already done this episode.
Yeah, so.
And it was live and no one listened, so now we're doing it so everyone can listen. So Jenny is obviously in Florida. She's been listening to the show for quite a while. And she couldn't call in or interact with the live episode, which is great because that's not even a thing. So even if she had, who knows if that would have even been a thing. So she actually wrote some questions to us earlier in the week that she wanted us to answer. So I'm going to get right into it. She wanted to know what our favorite episode was and then our least favorite episode. Mom, go.
Favorite episode, probably the worst case scenario and the bed bugs.
Why?
Because I feel like I'm in my element when I discuss those things.
That's like your special, like
that's
your
my
specialized.
Specialty, yeah. I have a bachelor's degree in
bed bug eye.
Child development, but I have a specialty in worst case scenarios.
Still waiting for that book, Bonnie, to give to my mom to have her sign it for you. Worst case scenario handbook.
Yeah, what do I sign on there? Good luck. Good luck during your dumb worst case scenario.
Dumb bed bugs.
dumb.
Love my mom, Sandy.
I love the word dumb now. That's going to be our new thing.
Did you ever have
that in pangolins?
Pangolins.
Still love pangolins.
Small woodwind instrument.
I know. No, it's not a woodwind.
It's a woodwind.
It's a string. A woodwind is a horn.
No, actually, a pangolin is an animal.
I told you this on my last podcast. Were you not listening?
No, stop referring back to that. I want people to think these jokes are new. We didn't already use them.
Oh, that's right. They are brand new.
Yeah.
But it's not woodwinds are horns. They have reeds.
Like this? These kind of like the horns that come out of your head?
They have reeds in the horns. That's why they're called woodwinds.
Okay.
Wood. Strings. It would be a mandolin or a pangolin. A pangolin with strings.
Small, little, furry pangolin.
Yeah, well, the pangolin picture that you put up was like a gigantor.
It's like the King Kong of pangolins.
It is. It's a gigantor pangolin. If you guys Google it, you'll find that in China,
they have pangolin farms that you can go to and you can pick your own and take it home.
That's right.
Pangolin pickers is what they call them.
I love that. Pangolin pickers.
That's a restaurant.
Yeah, it's a restaurant in China, Wuhan. In Wuhan, China. It's called pangolin pickers.
How shitty would it be though if that was really a thing, where people are like, actually, yeah, we went out and picked out our own.
Well, apparently in the open market where all the stuff is actually out for sale.
They're picking out baby pangolins.
Yeah, they actually pick out live animals.
That's so weird. And and there was a question that actually had come. I saw our friend Peter the other day from the Hanukkah Monster episode.
Yes.
So, what's up, Peter? And Peter.
What's up, Robin?
I hope Robin still listens.
I hope she does.
What a bummer
too.
though, right? If Robin just came on to do the episode with us and then just never listened.
That's right. So now she's immortalized.
So she had a little fame
on audio,
stealing a little fame there, Robin.
And now, who cares?
So you know what Peter said? He brought up a good point. So you were saying that your studies had found that the coronavirus was spread from snakes and pangolins,
yes,
which are like small penis-looking anteaters. And
they're from eating them.
Right. Are they eating them raw?
No.
So when they get cooked, the whatever's in them does not go away?
Well, apparently,
good question. Huh?
Apparently not. I mean, that's what they're investigating. They don't know for sure.
Because in my head, I imagined. Because Peter had asked, and I was like, well, that's weird, I guess. And I'm like, well, maybe they have like those corn on the cob stickers, the holders.
Yeah.
And they put them in the snake, and they just like eat the middle of the snake. Yeah.
No.
Snake on the cob.
No, snake on the cob.
Snake on the wire.
No, I don't think they do that. And I don't know if they actually cook the stuff there or if you actually take it home. And
How much
cook
more
it.
enjoyable is it just to talk rather than have dumb trolls say dumb things
Is
to
there
us?
any messages on the board?
No, this is
good.
just looking
Perfect.
at the waveforms of our sexual, sensual voices.
It's nice.
Thank you. So, okay. So favorite episode was worst case scenario and bedbug episodes. What about your least favorite?
Least favorite? I don't know. I like them all.
Wait, that was my answer.
I like them all equally.
Okay.
It's kind of like when you have children, you don't love one more than the other.
Okay. All right.
You love them all the same.
All right.
I love my episodes all the same.
Okay.
Now, I don't know. You said that episode 27 was boring.
Did you listen to episode 27?
No, I have not yet. But I'm going to. I'm backed up.
Wait, we have some medicine for that if you'd like.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's stool softener.
Yeah. Does that eliminate the backup?
Remember that? What was the
Does
song?
it give you extra time in your day?
What was the song for Imodium? No, not Imodium. What's the
Oh, plop. No.
Plop it?
No.
Plop
no,
it,
no.
stop it?
Plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. No.
No.
Upset stomach,
Yep.
diarrhea, indigestion. I don't know what the tune is, but
Sing it, baby.
I don't know what it is.
Can you give us the plural of all those words?
Indigestion. Upset stomach. Diarrhea. Okay, there you go.
I was waiting
Would
for
that be your favorite episode then?
New favorite. I
Good.
was waiting for that. So for me to answer my favorite episode, honestly, I think. Were you gonna say something? Do you want to answer?
No,
this one?
it's just
Since you just
go
did?
ahead. No, go ahead.
So I think my favorite episode is honestly any episode that, for me, it's always fun to listen back to them when there's a moment when you crack up. I really enjoy that. I think it's really funny, and I think
last time you told me that you listened to it in your.
I was laughing in the car
I know, but
on the way to hockey.
I know, but you said that I cracked up and then my nose produced a whistle.
No, the whole episode, because I feel like you would get close to the mic, but you would put your nose down to the mic, and your nose was kind of whistling, kind of like that.
Oh.
But the whole episode, you were like doing it. Like when I was talking, I could hear this, and I thought one of the windows in my car was down.
Oh.
So, but I like the episodes in which you and you laugh when you like crack up. I think it's funny. It makes me laugh.
Yeah. And your least favorite?
Least favorite, I think some of like the earlier episodes, just because I feel like they were kind of like all over the place. Like I didn't feel like we kind of had like our rhythm yet. Also, I think it's way more fun like when we have these inside jokes now, and like they keep going. And so for me, it's like it's being able to like refer back to these, and then also have people who are listening who now get the inside jokes.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, I feel like some of the early episodes were just kind of more of like, hey, let's get everyone up to speed. Let's get everyone up to like why
history.
this is funny, why this is we are how we are.
Well, we never told them why we're funny. We
let you guys figure that out yourself.
We just are funny. That's
So, okay, so that was that. Then Jenny said she wanted to know what's something surprising or unexpected that has happened as a result of starting the podcast.
And I say my celebrityness.
Celebrity status.
Yeah,
Celebrityness.
Yeah, celebrity statusness. Yeah, I mean, just the people are excited to have my mom Sandy sightings. It's like weird, It's like I never thought that would.
You play your cards right, you might have your face on a blanket next year for Christmas.
Oh, with a big thing that says "Ask me about my podcast."
That'd be so good.
And I'll wear that to the rink when we go.
You're gonna so I think honestly what you should do, and I can probably get someone to make this for you, but you should, because on your car you have a Fantastic Cappuccino sticker.
Yes.
You should put a My Mom Sandy sticker on the back.
And you have to put a disclaimer that says strong language.
No, they'll figure it out. Strong dumb language.
Really dumb strong language.
Don't listen if you're dumb.
Yeah. There you go. Ask me about my podcast.
Ask me about dumb.
But don't ask me if you're going to be dumb.
Obviously, we're not going to get very far with the dumb swear words we use. Stupid.
I don't think people know how much that dumb thing really affected us.
No, we were thinking about that for the rest of the night.
Yeah. So what else? So what was our last question from Jenny?
one of the things that happened.
Oh, unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably where I would go with that.
Okay. For me, I think that it is and this was not something in the beginning that I thought about, but this was something that, stop. I know that we've already said this,
yes,
but we'll say it again so that everyone can listen and be a part of this with us.
I thought the episode title was "If You Snooze, You Lose."
Snooze, you lose.
Yeah.
For me, I think it was the fact that I realized after maybe about 5 episodes that now I had these recordings of us together, right? That it was these candid recordings of us talking and us interacting and us laughing and us having these jokes and this time together. And that these recordings essentially will live on forever. And that I think in this day and age, when people pass away or people, whatever, it's this thing where everyone always wishes that they could still hear that voice or that person still had that voice.
And now all you got to do is
load up the computer, baby.
There you go.
Let's get it going.
It's my mom, Sandy. Listen to her crack up.
When you pass, we're doing a My Mom Sandy listening party. We're listening to all the episodes from start to finish on speed 2.
Ooh,
just go through them.
Speed 2 is too fast.
And I'll animate your urn so it'll like talk.
Maybe it can like really get upset when I start having my laughing attacks.
You love getting just farther away from the mic as we go on, huh?
Do I? Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I think for me that was one of the unexpected things for me was coming to the realization that
that you loved your mother and you've now immortalized her voice.
I've always
for
loved
generations
you.
to come.
I think it was just knowing that I had these moments. You know, I had these moments on audio.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any except that one thing that you have for my father. I don't really have audio of my father.
Well, that's what we had talked about. Was there were so many times with your dad, with my grandpa, that we had wished that we had times to sit down with him and record him talking or record him and telling his stories, because he was a storyteller, you know, and we never got around to doing that. So I think that, I mean, we didn't have it. I have a little thing on my phone of him, but I think that in this day and age, you miss out on that. You miss out on the audio or the voice of that person, you know? So again, for me, it was kind of an unexpected thing to come to the realization of I have these. And I think Sam actually had brought it to the attention of like, hey, you have these files of you and mom, you know, these audio files of you and mom talking. What a cool thing. And it was like, oh, wow, yeah, I didn't even think about that. That wasn't the reason for starting the podcast, you know? No. So.
But it's a nice little added benefit.
Yeah.
And then, also, I think we both realized, which I wasn't really expecting, was that
we didn't really like each other.
No, that we just couldn't really talk to each other except during the podcast, because there'd be things that we normally would talk about on a daily basis, just, you know, comings and goings of life. And it turned out that we couldn't do that because it got into podcast material. So that was unexpected as well. But
yeah, I think it was interesting to come to the conclusion like, oh, we need something to talk about, you know, and if we talk too much during the week, then all the jokes and the things come out during the week.
The funny things, yeah.
All right. So Jenny's last question was, what is one piece of advice that we would give to someone looking to start a podcast?
I have a great one. Don't go live.
Don't do live podcasts.
Don't do live.
Because
you'll be sorry.
It's a dumb way to do it.
It's a really dumb way to do it.
Don't be dumb.
Yeah, I don't, you know, start out with 3 episodes. Good luck. I don't know. Get t-shirts made. Ask me about my podcast.
I think that I think the biggest thing with podcasts, and it's hard because there's so many podcasts in the world now. There's so many. Are you going to play your game? Am I boring you here?
No.
Because we're doing this a second time?
No, there's so many podcasts in the world.
There's so many podcasts in the world that I feel like
totally listening to you.
You know, we're not trying to me and you aren't trying to reinvent the wheel here. You know, so I think the big thing is just do it. If you have an idea and you want to talk about something, just do it. And then tell your friends. Tell as many people as you can, and then have them tell people. And have it try to spread that way, and have it try to spread organically. Because I think for us at least, trying to play the social media game of come listen to our podcast, it's hard. You know, it's always been something. If I've told people about My Mom Sandy, they're like, oh, I'll check it out. And then they listen. They're like, oh, this is great. You know, so that's what and try to make it sound good. You know, have it. I think people want to hear podcasts that the audio is sounds good. It's nice to
I
listen
don't know,
to.
if you have like 2 or 3 podcasts that you listen to every week, that's a big chunk of time.
Yeah. I mean, I have.
I mean, because when I hear, there's a lot of like the talk radio that I listen to. A lot of those people have podcasts as well, and I'm gonna cough.
I like that.
Sorry.
To cough, you had to.
It's the coronavirus.
To cough, you had to knock your finger on the table first.
That's right. It's the signal. Where was I? What was I saying?
That the talk radio people.
Oh, they have podcasts as well, and they do them weekly. And so I think to myself, we do. But here's what I'm thinking: if you have, if you're trying to keep up with a podcast, and there's 2 or 3 that you maybe like and listen to every week, that's a big chunk of time out of your week. That could be 3 hours of listening. Now, of course, you could do it at the gym or driving home or whatever, so you're not like taking up a big chunk of your time. But what I'm saying is it's tough to keep up with it's tough to keep up with all the podcasts that are out there.
Yeah. I mean, I have friends who don't listen just because they don't have the time. They're not in their car. They work locally, so they're driving 5 minutes to and from work. They have kids, so if they're at work, they're when they get home, it's family time, and then
we
typically
can't listen to us in front of the kids.
Well, and typically there's 1 or 2 shows that they try to watch on TV when they put the kids down, and it's like it's just completely understandable.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like I have 2 or 3 different podcasts on a normal basis that I go through when I'm driving, or sometimes when I'm at the gym. But sometimes it's also like, well, maybe I just want to listen to music.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I'm like, I get bored of these podcasts, so I'll switch over to, I'll do like a one-off like true crime or unsolved murder or something, because that stuff interests me. So,
you think that's a genetic thing for us? My father was a CIA guy.
I don't know. I've found for me, like I've always had a very.
Maybe there's just a lot of people that are into that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, sometimes I talk to my clients about it, and I always have to like preface them with the fact that I've always had like a morbid curiosity about those type of things.
Well, if you call it a morbid curiosity, then I've got it too.
But I think, I don't know. I mean, I remember looking up, years ago. I remember laying in bed and I don't even know how I went down this like internet rabbit hole of like celebrity death photos.
Ew.
And it was
that is morbid.
Right. And it was like, looking up photos, like there was a photo of like Chris Farley when he was found dead. And there was a photo of,
why would you want to see that?
I don't know.
All right. Well, that's sick.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like,
you do have a morbid curiosity.
It was just like a morbid curiosity of like, I wonder what like they look like or where they were, or, like I've always wanted when you find out about somebody who's like committed suicide, I've always wanted there to be a note, because I've always wanted to hear like, well, tell me why. I want to know why. I want to know what was going through your mind moments before, because I think it's such an interesting, because it's so final. Suicide is such like a final thing that I'm like, how could it? I don't know. It's like so fascinating that someone gets to that point and they're just like, boom, done, check out. And they have no voice anymore, and there's usually a million unanswered questions,
Yes.
So
that's weird.
Yeah. That's what I said. It's morbid curiosity.
Yeah, morbid curiosity is right. Okay, so it's not genetics. It's just morbid curiosity.
Or like I remember there was a video, and this was like weird.
I mean, don't be giving away all your secrets. We're gonna think you're a serial killer or something.
I'm not at all.
Do you kill small animals?
No, I don't.
Do you light ants on fire?
I did, yeah, when I was a little boy.
Ooh.
With a magnifying glass.
First sign of serial killer-ish.
So it'd be like lighting ants on fire, burning your name in the seat.
Yeah.
Not getting your bike.
That's right. All of those things.
No, I don't know. I don't know. It was just, like I said, it was just a morbid curiosity of that kind of thing. But then also like, the morbid curiosity of like, talking last week about the John Benet Ramsey thing and the Casey Anthony. I didn't research the Casey Anthony case, but the John Benet Ramsey case.
You don't have to. I gave you all the
Thank you.
All the information.
All from memory.
That's right. All from memory.
Just being like, wow, that's so interesting. And immediately, like for me, and maybe it's just like based on crime movies and stuff that I've seen, but like I'm like, I want to see crime photos. I want to see photos of like where they found the body and like, And I you know
I mean that's gruesome. Can be gruesome.
ghastly, gruesome, and gross.
That's right. Crime scene photos.
Again, look, I know it's
chalk outline's one thing, but actual photos.
right. But that's what I'm saying. I know
ghastly,
that it's morbid. I'm not sitting here saying that like
maybe you should be like a coroner, or, yeah.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Did you ever watch that show, Dr. G, Medical Examiner?
Mm-mm.
Oh wow, she was good.
Mm.
I got a variety of shows under my belt.
I know.
She was a medical examiner, I think in Florida, and she would take certain cases and she would do the autopsy, and then she would tell you, like they'd film doing the autopsy. I don't know if it's for real or not. Probably not.
No, there's no way.
But then she would go over the autopsy findings, and they discover how people died, and it was quite interesting. I mean, several different cases, different causes of death, not all murder.
I think that there's just something so interesting about that because of the fact that it's so like you don't know anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember when
you mean I'm interested in it because I don't know anything about it.
No. I'm saying like the topic of death. Right? Like we don't know what happens. We don't, and I've never.
But we still wouldn't know. I mean, we just know medically what happened.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And like, I remember when Dad's dad died, or maybe his mom died. I don't know, but I think that they had gone in and they had seen him in the casket or whatever, And I remember there was kind of like a part of me that was like,
Grandma was in a casket.
so was Grandpa.
Oh.
But I was like I didn't want to see, but then like I kind of wanted to see. Like I don't know because I don't know what that looks like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's morbid, but it's like it's a curiosity. I'm not gonna like sit here and say that I don't ever. Well, I don't want to like cut people up into small pieces and put them in a vacuum seal.
Unfortunately, I want to be cremated, so you're not gonna be able to look at my dead face unless you're around before they come pick me up.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Just so you know, I don't want a open casket. Look, she's alive.
I'll dress you up. Give you a microphone next to you.
Yeah. Be like this. Let me out. Let me out.
Colleagues over there like, what the fuck was that? Cool. All right. So Jenny, thank you so much for your questions. I know we kind of went off on some tangents, but thanks for your questions.
Did we answer everything?
We answered all the questions. Yeah,
I guess we did. Yeah. Thanks, Jenny. That was like our whole live episode.
That was essentially the entire live episode.
I know. Without your questions, we would have been like twiddling our thumbs.
Yeah.
Talking about dumb things, dumb swear words.
God, I wish that our podcast wasn't so dumb.
I know. It's really dumb. What happened to the guy that was in there that was the host of many podcasts?
Oh, he I don't know.
What did he say? Fuck you guys.
Fuck you guys are so dumb.
Dumb was the word of the
I'm like,
evening
okay.
on
I'm like,
Podbean.
yeah. I'm like, I could have my username be like Josh, host of mini podcasts.
Really?
I was like, welcome. He's like, oh, I'm a host of mini podcasts.
Yeah, sure you
like,
are.
okay, cool.
Yeah, we can be whatever we call ourselves.
We're celebrities online too.
There you go.
Yeah, people drive by and take photos of my mom, Sandy.
There you go. See, perfect. All right. So next week we're right back to our regular schedule.
Yeah. Do you have anything else for this week? Oh, I was going to tell you there was and I talked about this on the live episode, but
pangolins.
John Benet Ramsey. There's a rumor that John Benet Ramsey is Katy Perry.
Oh, stop.
That's the rumor.
Whose rumor is that?
They.
Yeah.
Them.
Well, they are stupid.
No, I don't know. I mean, I think it's.
How could that be? How could that be possible at all? John Benet Ramsey and Katy Perry. Where the fuck did Katy Perry come from? Doesn't she have a mother and a father?
The Ramseys.
Her last name is not Ramsey.
Katy Bennett Ramsey.
Is that what her name is? You're so full of shit. Well, the other thing is the coronavirus was developed by the Chinese as a form of biological warfare. That's another conspiracy theory, which I would call the Katy Perry is John Benet Ramsey theory, a conspiracy theory. What are you doing? You're gonna prove? You're gonna prove that they say that? Well, we don't even know who fucking they are, but
New York University says Katy Perry is John Benet. I mean, look at the photos.
Okay, so who the fuck is the New York what? The New World University. Yeah. Okay. So when were they born?
okay, so the theory is,
I mean, they could be cousins. They could be long lost relatives somewhere.
okay, theorists have a different theory
Go ahead.
that JonBenet Ramsey was actually not killed that night. Instead,
whose body was it?
she was kidnapped, apparently as a part of some Illuminati conspiracy. Her parents staged her death, and she later resurfaced as Katy Perry in 2008 with the hit single "I Kissed a Girl."
I kissed a girl. There you go. No, I don't think that's true. Number one.
Their evidence includes.
Number two, there was a JonBenet Ramsey body.
Their evidence includes the resemblance of Katy Perry and JonBenet,
Okay.
as well as the resemblance of both their sets of parents. One YouTuber.
So maybe that's why they look like each other, because their parents look alike.
One YouTuber went to great lengths to prove that the similarities of their eyebrows must mean that they're the same person.
Okay, you know what? They're dumb, okay? Is to keep with the word of the evening. They are dumb.
All right, and then what were you going to say about...
Dumb.
Yeah, I don't
dumb,
believe
dumb.
it. I don't really believe that...
Coronavirus.
I don't believe that Katy Perry is JonBenet Ramsey.
No, come on. Seriously? Again, there was a body. They had a body.
So they say, okay?
I don't think that the
Did you see the body?
I don't think that the police in Boulder, Colorado would have covered up a body.
It was all the way to get Katy Perry out in the limelight in 2008 with her
Yeah.
hit single "I Kissed a Girl."
Okay, there you go. It was all about getting Katy Perry into stardom.
You know what the album was called?
JonBenet.
You Snooze You Lose.
You snooze, you lose.
All right, so what's your conspiracy theory?
Oh, I just heard that they say that there's a conspiracy theory that the coronavirus was created by the Chinese as a form of biological warfare, and that maybe it got out of hand somehow, accidentally, and or maybe it didn't get out of hand accidentally.
Oh.
But it got out of hand purposefully.
They were spreading it.
That's right. They want to see how good it is at biological.
God, by killing their own people. That's dark.
Oh, they don't care.
That's dark.
Oh God, you don't know anything about the Chinese, do you? They do that kind of thing all the time.
No, I don't go
They
over
kill
there
their own
very
people.
often.
They're abusers of human rights. Really bad ones. Like they round up all the Muslims and they put them in like, what do they call them? Like, they put them in camps, but they're like re-education camps. But you know what they really are. They're like concentration camps. Because they can't tolerate that you have Muslim beliefs. You know, they do that with, they had video of them rounding up people to take them away for, that they thought had the coronavirus. Parents, they were dragging parents out of their apartments and their kids were left behind crying.
Well, I think that there's always been that conspiracy theory of, when you see things like that, like when you see like new type diseases come into it. Like what was it a few years back? It was like SARS. That was one, right? No, I'm not making that up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's real.
Yeah. Thank you. But that there's,
again, started in China. What the fuck?
Right. But that I think that there's this thing.
What the fuck?
That these
what
are
is that? Everything started bird flu.
Mad cow disease.
No, mad cow disease. I don't think they've reported that in China. That's like England.
Hand, foot, and mouth.
Hand, hoof, and foot.
Hand, hoof, and foot.
Hand, hoof, and foot.
Hand, hoof, and foot.
No, I think it's hand, hoof,
Sir,
and
what's your
foot.
last name? Hand, hoof, and foot.
Oh yes, hand, hoof, and foot. I.
Oh.
Plurals.
Hand, eye, foot, eye, hoof, eye.
That's the family.
I think that there's always been that idea of, the conspiracy of some of these diseases just showing up out of nowhere and then essentially killing a lot of people as a way of kind of like this like population control. Look, people talked about 9/11
That's
being
a possibility too.
The 9/11 was an inside job, which I can't imagine.
I can't imagine any country doing that to itself.
Right. But
period. But I can't imagine our country doing that to
that's what I was going to say. Like
there are other countries that I could imagine them doing, like the Syria. They gas their own people. There's forms of genocide in other countries that, people, the governments, they don't care. That's what they want. They want to purify the race or whatever. I don't know, but It's all very strange.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fucking weird world we live in. And
I hear in North Korea that they don't have any reported cases because anybody that they suspect has it, they just kill them.
Did you see something the other day? I saw it was like a CNN thing on my phone that was saying they were thinking that the coronavirus can like move through pipes.
Yes, I did see that.
Which in my head, I just imagine like a slime that's like going through the pipe, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that there's something that they do in China when they cook outdoors. They have like these outdoor fires or grills, and it has to do with grease and taking the grease from the pipes and stuff. I don't know. It's weird. I'm not really sure. But I did hear something like that.
Well, we barbecue out here. We barbecue outside. People cook in the
Yeah,
United
but this
States
is
in a
like
barbecue.
oil cooking. It's like taking the used oil from the restaurants, but they get the oil out of the gutters or out of the pipes that come out of the restaurants, and so there's all sorts of other stuff in there as well. So I don't know really what's traveling through the pipes. I don't really know much about that, but I'll look into it for next week's health desk.
Health update 2020.
That's right. Coronavirus.
You see that thing
2020.
where if you write checks, you can't write 20
What do you mean? The number 20?
in the date? Like today's, what is today? 2/16/20?
Why can't you do that?
Because they can add numbers, like they can add, like they can make it 2015.
Well, yeah, I guess you could.
Yeah. So you're supposed to write 2020.
Yeah, but 2015 is not going to help you. If you want to cash a check, that's
All right,
bad.
so
Their checks are good for like, 3 months, 6 months? And then that's it.
So if you take a check to the bank that's past 6 months, they say go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Then take your dumb check home.
Take a dumb check home. Yeah. Have somebody who's
Hey,
dumb
you would've been-
reissue this check.
You would have been better
you
off
dummy.
if this check wasn't so dumb.
That's right. It's a dumb check and you're a dumb person. Yeah, no, if they're smart, they'll catch it and they won't cash it for you.
Right.
But yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that with the date. I'll have to stop.
Go back
doing
and
that.
look at your checks. Could be dangerous.
Well, what the fuck difference does it make?
'Cause they might-
It's just the year.
Okay, so what if they wrote?
2021. Well, good luck cashing that check now.
Well, okay, so what if they wrote? I don't know. I just
2019. But what difference does it make? I guess what I'm saying
I'm
is
just saying that's what I heard.
Yeah, but what difference would it make? I mean, if they were changing the amount on the check, but just to change the date, I mean, that's not going to do anybody any good.
Look, I'm letting you know what they said.
Okay, well, I'm
Okay.
glad they are dumb again.
They said that it was a thing to not put into, if you're going to write a check
Yes.
in the date,
Yes.
to actually write the 2020.
Yeah, all
I'm
right.
letting you know. That's
Well,
what they said.
I'll since they said it, I'm going to take it into consideration.
Thank you.
And I'll probably do it because I usually follow what they say. And
We're
I'm going to
getting-
put that in quotes.
we're
That's
getting good at
scary.
that.
Yes.
Um,
We're too much. We spend too much time together podcasting.
That's a lot
It's
of time.
Couple hours tonight.
Yeah.
but- So, are we wrapping this up?
Yeah,
or-
I don't got anything else. I do want to reiterate, I'm not a serial killer. I felt like I got kind of dark there for a second. I'm not.
Yes, you did.
I'm not a serial killer. I do not want to cut people up. I do not want to kill people or eat people or look at my loved ones dead. I don't want to do that.
Good. Glad to hear
I
that.
just want to put that out there in the world
Yeah.
in case anyone was listening and was a little scared. I'm not a serial killer.
Well, just think I live in the same house with them. So
Exactly. If it would be
and
anyone,
I'm totally not scared.
right. If it would be anyone, it'd be my mom Sandy.
That's right.
First,
That's
but it's
right.
not going to be because I'm not a
'Cause
serial
he's
killer.
not a serial killer. That's right. He's not. I'll vouch for him.
Thank you very much.
He's my son. He's a good kid.
What if by like episode 50 we reveal that this
You are a serial
No.
killer. Okay, the truth is going to come out tonight.
episode 50 starts? I'm like, okay, so I fooled you all. I'm a serial killer.
He was like,
Oh, that was dumb.
He was showing lack of candor. That's what they call lying.
No, like by episode 50 we reveal that it's not even actually my mom. It's like me and Sam been doing the podcast the whole
Oh, there
time.
you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
So Sam's got the sexy voice,
The Shoshana.
the Shoshana voice.
All
right.
Yeah, I'm not a serial killer.
Okay, good. I didn't think you were, but I'm glad you put that out there
I just
for everybody
the
else
way
to
that
know.
I'm thinking back to the way that some of that sounded, and then you were like, "Oh, that's
Yeah.
really weird."
It is.
I was kind of there was a
That's-
part of me that was expecting you to be like, Oh yeah,
Oh
that's
wow, yeah.
that is very interesting.
I love to look at dead people's pictures. No, I totally not.
I don't do it anymore. It was a time I went down to. It was like one evening I went down to this like weird rabbit hole on the internet. I don't know why I'm still talking about this.
I don't either. You must be fascinated with it.
Not a serial killer
in some way, some sort of way. All right, so
if you guys want to get a hold of us, you guys can go to our Instagram at My Mom Sandy Podcast, or you guys can shoot us an email. mymomsandypodcast@gmail.com. Not a serial killer. And if you guys need to, anything you guys want to ask us, because we're not going to do any live shows. We're never doing any
live shows. So if you have any questions for us, just email them to us. We may have some in-guest studios. So, I mean, in-studio guests.
Wow, what?
in-guest studios. Yes, it sounded better that way. Sounded like that's the way it
sounded
fits.
Smart.
In-studio guests. So maybe we should have maybe we make them pay to come in. What do you think?
Oh, that's good. I'm sure they're going to be all up for that. We can't even get them to interact free with us from the comfort of their own home. Now we have to get. Now they're going to pay us to come to the My Mama Sandy podcast studio, which, by the way, is just a dining room.
Wait, are you serious?
Weird, right?
It's just the dining room.
Dining room.
Get out of town.
So strange.
That is so dumb.
I would like to get some in-studio guests. I think that would be very fun. If you guys have a story that you'd like to tell, if you guys would like to come on the podcast with us and talk with us for an episode, we are all for it. Yeah.
Or if you're just funnier than shit, come on in.
If you're dumb.
Yeah.
Good luck being dumb on this podcast.
If you're just dumb.
Hang out with a couple dumb people.
We like some dumb people
here. Stupid dummies.
All right. What do you think? Have a safe week out there.
Yeah, have a good week.
Thanks for joining us on our live episode.
Sunday. We hope that you guys enjoyed the holiday on Monday.
The good news for us is that our dumb podcast is done for the week.
Now it's just so stupid and dumb.
It's just dumb. It's done. So we're happy about that. But anyway, enjoy your President's Day holiday, and
we'll see you guys next. Well, if they're listening, they would.
They've already had it. Yeah. Now you're back at work. Blah.
But you had My Mom Sandy now to be with you at work. Hopefully you guys can listen to it in your earphones at work.
Yeah, that makes for a good work environment.
Dumb.
So dumb.
All right, sign us off.
All right, very good.
I'm not a serial killer.
He's not a serial killer. He swears.